Well, hello everyone. It's Liam Caddison here, and I guess it's like the halfway mark of Charmed's final season. And what an important episode this is, of course, episode 10, season 8, where you can check out my reaction to this episode, the I guess abridged version in the description below, as well as the comments pinned. And of course, you can check out my full reaction to this episode, which is quite decisive. I had a lot to say in regards to things that went down. Obviously, we all know what happens in this episode. It was a really, really tough pill to swallow. And it was quite the journey. So you can go and check that out, like I said, in the description below. In the comments pinned. Yeah, it will be really, really interesting to see the comments. I know, obviously, the with the departure of Leo, I guess. I know the reasoning in terms of budget and all of that. In terms of trying to keep the show afloat, but having to make certain cuts and all of that. So, and Leo being one of the unfortunate casualties to said cuts. So, yeah, but still, with the story itself, it was quite tense and it was quite something. And again, a lot to say. So, again, it will be very interesting to see your comments and all of that. But yes, you can also check out my Q&A of Charmed, which I did put out the video last Saturday. It's an hour and a half long, so there was a lot of questions and a lot of stuff that I went into detail about in regards to the answers and all of that. So you can go check that out if you guys want to. But yeah, we only have 11 weeks left of Charmed in terms of me uploading stuff onto here, I guess, and then we'll move on to the X-Files, which I've just finished watching episode 3, by the way. So yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys will enjoy the reaction. Quite a big one. And until then, toodles! It's sad, like I said, that this is my favourite episode of season 8 so far. I mean, I've enjoyed my time with, some of the episodes this season. But I don't know, going along that episode, there definitely was the feeling of season 1. Like, even with the multiple Leos and all of that. It definitely felt like your early days Charmed in terms of level of quality, I felt. And, of course, getting to the halfway mark, we have to tease the big bad. Because there were multiple teasers, including the main push for Leo in regards to having to, with him dying and all of that, it is a push for the Charmed Ones, especially after conversing with the Angel of Destiny to have this motivation. So it's just sick and twisted. It is just sick and twisted because Leo has to be the kind of sacrifice, in a sense, in order for the Charmed Ones to have that motivation. And I just can't get why they can't say, look, here's the thing, and here's the reality of the situation. I know the whole Zanku thing happened, but we got one more season. Not even that. No, let's be real. If you don't do this, if you don't get motivated, if you don't prepare every kind of resource you have in regards to subsiding personal matters and all of that, I mean, that could make things a lot more trickier when it comes to Billy finding her sister as well. With the fact that, here's the thing, I mean, this can still happen, of course, but yeah, I mean, I don't see why. They could have just told them, look, you need to get your shit together because something that could just obliterate the entire world is coming. So, yeah. It's just sad. It's a motivation, in a sense, to get the Charmed Ones to save the world, to have this one final go about. Um, and yeah, it's gonna push them to. I guess it's a really like saying it is one thing, but putting something on the line really does push things further. I would say so. Um, because you don't know what you. It's a taste of what you could lose. It's sick. Like I said, it's sick and twisted and bullshit. But it's this whole situation of, well, Leo Leo was destined to die, and he gets that chance to live again if you guys save this world, because there is this storm coming, and we're not going to be able to survive this if you don't um if you don't manage to overcome this. Nothing's going to survive. So, and that includes Leo. Leo gets that chance to live again, but yeah. Ugh. But it's sad because of the fact that they have to be blackmailed to save it sucks. I'm sure they would be willing to, but again, it's a whole situation of this is a more potent push to get the charmed ones to to actually save the world. The fact that they have to. So yeah. But it's just it's just rough. It's just rough. Like I said though, um I do regret my comments about the carbonite because yeah. Um it's literally mirroring. So um yeah, that was a really tough episode though, because I wasn't sure where they were gonna go. When it came to Piper, when you thought, okay, is he coming? Is the Angel of Death coming for Piper? I struggled to grasp the idea that Piper would die in this episode, and then he revealed that it would be Leo who was destined to die, and that's when believability struck, because that's it though. When you think about Piper or Paige or Phoebe being taken out of the equation, of course they could just push Billy to be part of the Power of Three, right? But she's not really a sister. She is, I guess, part of the Charmed Ones in a sense, but she's not a Halliwell. Yeah, she's not a descendant of Paddy and yeah. But when it comes to Leo, there is no consequence when it comes to impacting the Power of Three, disrupting the Power of Three, especially with this storm on the horizon. So yeah. But it was just really great. Holly knocked it out the park. Absolutely incredible. I mean, she's a fantastic actress, a fantastic person, but she knocked it out the park in this episode. Not just in terms of conveying the emotional um, heartache that was going through her head with the prospect of losing Leo. That scene with the elders and the Avatar as well. That was just really great. I've always said fuck the elders, and of course, yeah. Here's the thing though, and this is the emotion speaking as well. But the amount of shit, to be fair though, they don't want to fuck around with the Angel of Destiny, so yeah. But still, they've managed to, they're taking so much joy about this. I know it. Low key, they are taking so much joy. Not just because they've been very anti Piper and Leo. They have been so against it, and it crushed their tiny little hearts to, see them actually get married and overcome the obstacles. But It's the fact that like when Leo was made mortal and all of that. Remember that little test in episode 16 of season 7, in terms of what direction Leo would go in. It must have been absolutely devastating for them to cave and give Leo a mortal life again, a second chance. But I was also thinking as well about the fact that, okay, well, surely this has got some kind of ramifications as well. Like, I do wonder if there is some kind of ramifications, because he shouldn't really be living the second mortal life, right? So there is a bit of a. I would say Leo having a bit of a second chance in terms of a mortal life kind of does have a bit of a disruption to the grand design in a sense. Um, because you only get one life, and then some select people get turned into well, they transcend to a white lighter. It's not really common to be like, oh, okay, you know what, you've done great, you get a second chance at life. So that's what I was thinking as well. Like, especially when the Elder and the Avatar had that little face off. So, and it was kind of great to see, the Avatar presence again, because obviously we saw them at the end. We saw them in episode 14 of season 7, and then that was it after they got humiliated. But yeah, Piper absolutely just killing it when it came to conversing with both of them. So yeah. Um so but yeah, it was just great because she was just laying it on there, like with was Piper. Like, Leo's been so devastating to both of your causes. But it's like, you're gonna have to speak to them. You're gonna have to speak to the manager about this. Look, this is not our, like, because the Elder even said, look, we can't, look, we would. It's just not our court. You're gonna have to speak to the manager about this. So, thus being the Angel of Destiny. But man, it was just really, it was just really, really powerful. And it was great that the Angel of Destiny did pull through at the end. But I did have a bit of a feeling that the cryogenics would be used. So, um, but that was more hopium as well. Not just in terms of, okay, logistically this could happen, but it was also hopium as well, because at that point when I was starting to theorize about what could potentially happen, I wasn't sure what direction they could have killed off Leo there and then. Um, and the cryogenic thing could have been, like, it could have been deliberately seeded into our heads into thinking, okay, they're going to think that Leo's going to be put into one of these things. That's what we want them to think, but it's not going to happen. So they could have gone in that direction, but I'm glad that they went into that direction, and that the Angel of Destiny was able to, yeah. But yeah, it does suck that the pain of that pain that they have to channel is very instrumental in terms of pushing them to win. It is a motivator, but it's sick. And I'm not saying it's justifiable, but it has to be done, hasn't it? Because, like I said, I feel like to understand what could be at stake, yeah, there has to be a bit of an example, right? It's sick and twisted, but it serves a bit of a push rather than just saying to the charmed ones, "Hey, so this big battle is coming. You guys might want to be ready, because otherwise we are all screwed." So, I mean, sure, yeah, that would motivate them. Sure, just saying that would motivate them, but I think having like, if you have something at stake and all of that, if you lose Leo, that's going to push you even further. They want them to go all out. They want them to be prepared. And in doing so, they have to take away Leo in order for them to be on their A game, because you can't afford to choke. So yeah. But yeah, it was really great. I was surprised about the multiple Leos only lasting like a good 5 minutes, because I thought, okay, that's going to last the majority of the episode. But I'm glad that it went in that direction, because I think the way that this episode panned out, especially with Piper going all out, because she was in contact with the Angel of Death, an Elder. I know elders are not exactly rare to appear on this show compared to the Angel of Death, but still, she pulled out all the stops. The Angel of Death, she tried to converse with the Elder, the Avatar, and then the Angel of Destiny. She went all out to make sure that and it was a really, really strong story. So obviously that leads to what is going to be happening. So by the finale. So yeah, but yeah, I'm assuming that's when we're going to see Leo again. When all of this is said and done. Hey, Leo's safe. So yay. But yeah, it was really, really great stuff. We did have Billy try to get some answers in regards to her sister. I'm glad that she did play ball towards the end, because I mean, she's got a, like, obviously there is the whole quest to find her sister. So yeah, and there was that whole situation of like, well, Burke has to be let go, because otherwise, yeah, we like it does, not to sound insensitive, but Leo has it's not like if it's not like this is our only shot to getting to her sister. There are going to be many avenues to go down towards in terms of finding Billy's sister. This is the only opportunity we get to save Leo. So you've got to think what is a bigger priority at the minute, and that is definitely Leo. Obviously, finding Billy's sister is going to be key, but again, it's not the situation of, well, if you don't get this done today, then you're never going to find your sister. It's just going to be a small blip, and we'll try again another day. So I'm glad that she did pull through though at the end, and she did realize that she did realize this was Leo's only chance at surviving. There are going to be many other opportunities to finding your sister. I thought she was going to be in one of those cryogenic things. So yeah, but yeah, it was rough stuff. Yeah. Great episode, superb, but I just wish that they didn't have to attack my emotions like that, because it was rude, right? So, but yeah, solid episode. I'm hurting. So I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!